What's the truth behind waking up early? This video, I'm going to let you know what that is. Because I've been waking up at 5 a.m. / like 4 a.m. Like today I got up at like 4:15. I am running out of years to count. 4? Which doesn't seem like a long time, but for me, it's been a long time. Before that, I used to get up at like 6 because I had 7 a.m. practice when I was a Division I track athlete in college. Now, the hard part about getting up early is this. Going to bed early. That's what everyone says, but it's kind of the truth. Last night, I was in my bed at 8:30 p.m. Fell asleep somewhere around 9:15 probably after I read. And I woke up naturally, this is not a joke, at 3:50. Mainly out of the fact that when I have a lot going on, I just think like, oh God, I gotta wake up. I do not have the best relationship with sleep, let me caveat. I do get 7-ish hours a day. Definitely around there, more so than it used to be. However, I used to average 6, and that was just straight up unhealthy. But now I prioritize my time in a way that lets me get to bed earlier, especially on weeknights when I don't have any sort of interruptions from other people. Now, what do people want to know about waking up early? It's like, is it this esoteric, godlike thing that only a few people will ever be able to have a good time with? Probably. I mean, I usually don't love waking up early. I like the result, right? I like the result of what happens via waking up early, but I don't like the thought of like, oh God, it's 4 a.m. Like who actually enjoys it from like a circadian rhythm standpoint? There's an argument to be made that some people, for me, not so much. But the truth behind waking up early is not the fact that it is what will make you a billionaire. Not every single billionaire gets up early. My morning routine is actually very simple. I wake up, I wait a couple minutes, and then I turn the coffee on, and then I get my day started. Granted, I have recently delayed the coffee to a couple hours later so that I can actually get a caffeine boost like at 9 a.m. But back to the main point, there is no reason that you should try getting up early if you believe that you can't do it. You need to have the fundamental mindset that you can do it and that there is a reason that you do it. My reason is so that I can have time to work on this while I also have a day job, because if I didn't do that, there'd be no time and I'd be going absolutely mad. However, some people can manage to make themselves do it at night. However, I will caveat and say more people are probably going to interrupt you at night than in the morning. And if you're able to train yourself to be a morning person, life gets a lot simpler and easier. You have less stress at work because you're probably going to get up on time for it, considering you have a day job rather than a night job. If anyone wants to make interesting and early plans, you can. However, there are some downsides to it. If people make late plans, it does often bother your sleeping schedule. However, the concept of needing to going to bed at the same time every day, I mean, while it is important to get into the routine, there are arguments recently coming out that it might be a psyop, which is more so like a thought that we all have to do the thing, but it's not necessarily as backed with science as it could be. Not everything is gospel that's in the book Matthew Walker made called Why We Sleep, but what I have noticed is that doing it consistently at least gets me to do it, often without feeling awful. Like when I yo-yo my sleep schedule, I feel a little worse, but I don't think it's that dramatic. You can still get to bed early even if you had a long night the night before, and that's the most important thing, getting to bed at like 8:30 or 9 p.m. when you intend up getting up at 5, or for me, 4, because I'm crazy. But I do have to say one thing. I would recommend getting up early to like anybody that is considering the thought of getting up early. Why? I don't know. I managed to do a lot. I work out every day, I'm running a business, and I got a job. It worked for me, and it could work for you. Just remember though, that if you're not gonna do it consistently, yo-yoing your sleep schedule and just getting up and feeling like dog water because you're getting up at 5 because that's not the kind of person you are, probably gonna make you unproductive in general. So maybe try the night shift. But you have to do something and work hard in order for something like what I built with like Rise Productive and my main YouTube channel to manifest. If you want to learn more on ways that I've built upon my business, make sure to check out videos just like this one right here.